हरे कृष्ण ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय श्रीमद् भागवतम in story form chapter 70 the history of Kāliya Canto 10 Long ago Garuda used to come to Ramanukka island the abode of the serpents and kill many snakes. Some he killed for food and some he killed needlessly. Vasuki approached Lord Brahma, who then arranged that twice a month on the half moon days, one snake would be offered to Garuda, who in return would not harm any of the other serpents. However, arrogant Kāliya, who was the son of Kadru, began to eat all the offerings before Garuda would come to claim them. Kāliya began to eat all the offerings before Garuda would come to claim them. When Garuda came to hear about this, he became very angry. Desiring to kill Kāliya, he rushed at the serpent with tremendous speed. As Garuda fell upon him, Kāliya, whose weapon is poison, raised his numerous heads to counterattack. While displaying his fangs and expanding his horrible eyes, Kāliya bite Garuda. Then, as Garuda swiftly moved to repel the attack, he struck Kāliya with his left wing, which shone like gold. This blow overpowered Kāliya, who then took shelter in a lake adjoining to river Yamuna, for Garuda could not go there. Saubhari Muni was within the water of that lake, meditating, and he was sympathetic toward the fish. Once Garuda came there to eat fish, and so Saubhari requested him not to do so. Garuda agreed, but because he was very hungry, he carried off the leader of the fish. When Saubhari saw how all the fish had become unhappy because of this, he uttered the following curse under the impression that he was mercifully acting for the benefit of the lake's residents. If Garuda ever comes to this lake again and eats fish, he will immediately die. The results of this offense against a Vaishnava are described in the ninth canto. Once Kāliya knew of this curse, and so out of fear of Garuda, he went to live there. After chastising Kāliya, Krishna came out of the water, covered with jewels and decorated with gold. When the cowherd men saw Krishna, they immediately stood up as if rising from the dead. Filled with great joy, they hurriedly went and embraced Krishna. Indeed, even the dried up trees came back to life. Lord Balrama also went and embraced his brother, and while doing so, he loved, knowing well Krishna's infallible potency. Balrama placed Krishna upon his lap and looked at him again and again. All the Brahmanas went to Nanda Maharaja and said, "Your son was in the grips of Kāliya, but by the grace of Providence, he is now safe. To assure that your son will always be free from danger, you should give charity to the Brahmanas." After hearing this, Nanda Maharaja gladly gave the Brahmanas gifts of cows and gold. When Mother Yashoda placed Krishna upon her lap, she cried constantly while repeatedly embracing him. Because all the inhabitants of Vrindavana were feeling very weak and hungry, they spent the night where they were. Lying down on the shore of the Kalindi Yamuna, then during the night, as all were sleeping, a great fire blazed up within the dry forest and surrounded them. Perhaps this fire was created by a friend of Kaliya's or a servant of Kamsa's. Becoming scorched, everyone awoke, and upon seeing the calamity, they took shelter of Krishna, saying, Krishna, Krishna, O Lord of all opulence, O Rama, possessor of unlimited power, this terrible fire is about to devour us. Devour us. Your devotees, please protect us. This terrible fire is about to devour us, your devotees. Please protect us, for we wish to never give up the shelter of your lotus feet. Upon seeing his devotees so disturbed, Sri Krishna immediately swallowed the terrible forest fire. हरे कृष्ण ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, हरि बोल।